Welcome back. Let's put this in the ether. You know what? I've been thinking perhaps another lifetime, most guys will find that one special person that they like, that one perfect mate, that one perfect woman. But because what I'm seeing in this lifetime, right now, is very bleak. I don't think the right woman is not going to show up, right? At some point, right? Because woman has gone to a level of debauchery you can't. Oh man, there's women. They don't value their sexuality. They're very promiscuous. They're reckless with who they choose to sleep with. Right? They made bad choices of how many guys they sleep with. They pick poor quality men, and they blame it on toxic men. Right, and then what does that say? Their ability to choose a mate, right? They lack this ability to choose a mate, ability to choose a quality man. What does it say to the majority of women out there that they lack very basic way of choosing a mate, right? This is what happened when you take the fathers out of the household. What do father instill in little girls, right? What do father instill in their daughters, right? Father teaches their daughter how to make the right choices. Teaches her daughter how to choose a man. Teaches their daughters, right, how to be rational, how to make proper choices, how to make proper decisions, provide the right direction, right? Now, when you take a father out of the household, what do you get? Unfortunately, there's a lot of women out there being raised by women who don't know or have any sense of directions. And what does that lead to? It leads to chaos. It spread out the same message to their offspring. Now their offspring have no sense of direction as well, and they're lost. Most people are lost these days, right? Most people are lost, right? Especially women. Women are lost. They have no sense of direction. They have no guiding light. They pick the wrong male, right? Not to say that man is not easy to blame as well. Men have their reason of being, awful as well. But yet again, this is not to take the blame off the woman, because woman does choose their mate. Guys can't choose. Guys can't force themselves upon them. That's called, unwanted attention. That's called great, right? And we just can't do that. Guys understand the laws, and we don't want to break the laws, right? Because if there's no law, then guys will go amok everywhere, right? But that's not the society that the United States is living in right now. We don't have a great culture, right? If we have a great culture, then all the women will be taken advantage. But that's besides the point. I'm talking about women right now, man. They don't have sense of directions, right? Because of this thing that I'm talking about, right? Of how women, their characteristic, their behaviors are, they're behaving badly, right? I mean, that tells me maybe in another lifetime, maybe just perhaps, there's a chance you'll meet somebody in another lifetime than it is in this lifetime, right? This lifetime, and it seems very bleak. Relationship with a quality woman, right, is very bleak. They're very superficial, shallow, materialistic, right? I'm not saying all women are like this, but the majority of them are. They're ingrained in social media, this MTV culture, this pop culture, right? And that's why I believe that this pop culture that we're living in right now is very detrimental to the young woman out there. Right? Women should not be focusing on pop culture, should not be focusing on social media, what they see on social media, because this thing could be manipulated. It could distort the woman's mind, right? And this is what happened when they don't have father figures in their household. They lack this ability to realize reality. All right, they lack this ability, right, in which a father instilled in a young lady, in a young woman, right? A father tell a woman what makes a woman, what makes a woman a lady, right? But the majority is, the fact of the matter is right now, most kids that's being raised in it right now are being raised by a single mother, right? That's breaking up the family, that doesn't have a proper guidance for the kids, right? And then they want to get divorced, and they break up the father, then they get a divorce, and then they say, oh, my child need a father. Well, did the child have a father to begin with? You're the one who broke up the family. The child already had a father, but you broke up the family, right? My child need a father figure. I'm trying to find my kids a father. Then who told you to divorce your baby daddy in the first place? Every kid have a daddy, right? Every kid have a daddy. Let's say that, right? Because it takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. You can't have a kid without having a father. Oh, you know, if that's the case, it's probably you just sleeping around too much, right? So what I'm saying that kid need a structure. Men provide that. Men provide structures in in the household. Men provide a a sense of authority figure. It's an authority figure. If the kids don't have any authority figure in their household, they're what we're having right now in Chicago, LA. All these rotten kids running around, right? And we have the mayor of Chicago, don't blame the kids. Well, the kids are doing it, right? Obviously, you're not taking charge. You have to show some kind of authority figure. Kids, if you don't, they're going to start behaving badly. They need to be punished somehow. Without punishment, people are going to go amok, right? People don't, there needs to be checks and balances. They're not being checked, right? But I digress on that point. The point is that we wouldn't have the situation it is right now if there would be a cohesive family. Unfortunately, the divorce laws, the marriage law is so loose these days. It's leaning, it's skewing towards women. This is what makes guys don't want to marry women, right? Because of the laws, is going against them, right? So because of the society, it is the way it is right now. Somebody got to change. Somebody got to realize that that's not good. People have to change. Women have to change, right? In order for me to have this reality that I could still have a partner in this lifetime. But right now, the only option is another lifetime. Right now, I'm checking out. I'm checking out entirely. Right? I don't see any hope. Right? Right now, I'm just focused on myself. And the only thing I can do, or men in the same position as I am, right? The only thing that we can do, if we can't rely on the women to change their ways, the only thing we can do, because we can't make them change their way, they have to come to a realization and understand that for themselves. Right? We can't make them change their ways. The only thing we can do as men is improve ourselves. That's it. Don't have a prospect of starting a family anytime soon until one side of the party have to realize this. Right? Is that me? I'm already realizing the structural nature of how women can be when you're in a relationship with a wrong woman, right? Because you can't read their mind when you get in a relationship. You only interview them, and they don't understand the process of how relations is built. Relations are built over time. You get to know the person over time, right? Because if you just go willy-nilly, commit to a woman, proposing to a woman without even knowing the woman, you're setting yourself up for disaster. You're setting yourself up for failure, right? No. When you get in a relationship, when you talk to a woman, next thing you know, they try to rush you. They try to rush you to get in a marriage. Try to rush you to have a family. Why are you rushing, right? Why are you rushing? It takes time to build a relationship, right? You want a relationship, right? If you rush things, you can't understand how a person are, right? You have to take time in a relationship. You can't rush in a relationship because a cohesive relationship, a strong relationship is built upon time, piece by piece by piece. And that's what people don't understand about how relationships are built, right? They just want to rush into things, rush into marriage. Right? And that's what leads to all these divorces. People didn't understand each other. People misread each other, right? People didn't understand, oh, he was a toxic person. Well, maybe you should take your time being with the person who wouldn't be toxic, right? They say, oh, he's a toxic man. They always like to blame that on a toxic man. Why? Women can't be toxic as well, right? Women could be toxic, not just men, right? Women could be, some of the time, the root of the problem, not just men. Right? Women could be their own downfall, not just men. Right? They like to blame on men to say, oh, he's a toxic man. Well, look at your side. Maybe you could be toxic as well. Did you look at that perspective? Right? You have to look at both sides. Right? This is what it comes down to in relationships, man. This is why I'm keep thinking to myself, this lifetime is not a good dating lifetime. This generations, right? And maybe I'll just save myself for the next generation, next lifetime, right? Maybe if I have the ability of quantum leap, leap into another time frame. Maybe I'll find somebody there. But this time frame, priority is jacked up when it comes to women's priority. It's all messed up. They sleep around too much. They fornicate. They're doing drugs. They're doing all these unladylike behaviors. Unkosher behaviors, right? They're doing all these stuff and thinking that they're personal quality, when in actuality, guys don't want this. All right, maybe some guys do, but the majority is of guys I don't want this. This is what leads to a lot of broken hearts, broken relationship, because some time along the line, some partner of the relationship did something foul, did something promiscuous that the one party doesn't like. But maybe it's not this lifetime. It's never meant to be. Right? For me, maybe it's never meant to be in this lifetime. Maybe in another lifetime, I'm made to find somebody I like. But in this lifetime, I don't see it. But let me know if you agree or disagree. Do you think that this lifetime is a good time to be in a relationship, or maybe in another lifetime is a good time to be in a relationship? Let me know if you agree. Leave a comment below. I'm interested to know. On that note, guys, thank you for watching this video. I duly, truly appreciate it. And on that note, do me a favor, like, share, and especially subscribe. And on that note, guys, as always, peace and blessings.